What's up, everybody? It's Vicious here with my good pal Anubis, and we're playing some good old fashioned. Oh wait, this isn't a playthrough. This is us talking about motherfucking controversy. I am sorry. I totally forgot what we were doing.
So good. We haven't done it in a minute, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Or we haven't done it in this style in a minute, because I mean, pretty much every time we play something, you know, we talk about something. So
yeah,
it's been a while since we've done an actual Quarters episode. I almost forgot the shit was called Quarters.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is we're calling our main series.
You're watching this shit and you're gonna like it. That's all I know.
You're watching this shit because you already know you like it.
Yeah. So we were talking earlier before this started about like Black Myth Wukong, and you know, we were talking about this I think yesterday too a little bit on the pod, but like I don't know, maybe like I just wasn't concentrating enough or something. I might have missed some key points, but I talked to my buddy last night, good old Hans, who's like drifting further and further right. I don't know why, but
it seems like everybody is. Well, I mean, I don't want to say everybody. I would say everybody that I went to school with is. I don't know about you, but I told you about my ex supposedly good friend. All niggers should die. Oops, sorry, wrong person. What? 20 years.
Maybe you blocked him too soon. It was a practical joke.
Well, fuck. It was terrible. It was like, not funny.
He was like, gotcha. Made you mad.
It sure did.
Got me.
And his business.
Oh yeah, for sure. We should put that shit on blast a little bit, honestly. Like, well, we gotta find like a bigger platform. It's no secret that our platform is that I don't even know like how many subscribers we got. 24.
You might not be too far off. I actually don't know.
15? Shit, I don't know. But Black Myth Wukong, man, what is going on with that game? So, in case you don't know, the controversy involves like sexism. Like I think Anubis mentioned something about like homophobia or something the other day. I actually seen that too. If I could just get that and put that up on the screen here. I always say I'm going to edit and I never freaking edit. So like let me just go ahead and just go right in the middle of this and grab the screen grab that I got a little bit earlier.
I wish I had the energy for editing. Like I have cool ideas, but aside from not having the know-how, I just don't have the energy to get the know-how. And maybe when I retire from actual labor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you guys can help us if you just donate to our Cash Apps.
Exactly.
But you know, while I'm getting the screen grab here, just so you guys know we're not full of shit, because I like to have proof. You know,
they don't care. And not that I don't know if our audience cares or not, but fuck it, we'll get into that. I'll let you get through your bit, and then I'll explain what I just said.
Well, I was about to say we could talk about it, but I mean it's right here. So let me just, you know, my fucking computer does this weird shit. It might be a little hard reading that, but I can read like the most important parts for you guys, since you know it's a little hard reading it when you're watching this video here. Let me just bring it up one more time for me. So this part got me right. The G spot. This is from, I think his name is Yor or something like that. I don't know. Like I guess it's like one of the main creators, developers of the game. What he said was the G spots of male and female gamers are fundamentally different. Very inappropriate, just out the gate, by the way. This is not determined by the gaming environment, but by biological conditions. So just automatically conscripting male and females to like be certain ways just because they're male or female, which is a third grade level of understanding things. You know, it's like saying girls like pink and yellow and boys like blue and red. It's very, very stupid, and I hope that, you know, analogy can, like, you know, give you like a looking glass into this guy's mind. When you were holding a heavy machine gun and shooting at governments in your dreams, what the ladies are dreaming about are bags that will make your friends jealous. Okay, so dreams, like, even if your personality is that you are very effeminate, that doesn't mean this is what your dreams are going to be about. I've had wild ass fucking dreams, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I've had dreams where I was a chicken and a fucking red and purple tiger was eating my back, you know what I mean? Like, what does that have to do? Like, what do you think my life is like? Exactly. And that's the first dream I remember. I had that shit when I was young, and it was a cartoon situation. I was like a cartoonish, like, it was still a fucking tiger with sharp teeth. But if you design games about turning government buildings into bloodbaths and bag collecting, the result will be that the girls will not like this mechanic, and you won't be satisfied with the drops. The richer the gaming experience of players, the clearer they are about what they really want. If you want to make games that will be well received by the public, you have to be true to the quirks of the market. And the very next paragraph here, sorry if I'm talking too much, Anubis, we'll get done with this here in a second. Says,
I mean, it's important. It's, go ahead, do what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. It says, fuck sissies. Fuck tragic loves. That's what it says. It says,
yeah, fuck, I know, I've seen it.
Yeah, I said last. I'm going to read that third one too. Fuck sissies, fuck tragic love stories, fuck moonlit peach blossoms, and flute playing scholars. You know what game has scholars? Elden Ring. You don't need the reverse motivation of female players. You don't need to take care of those worms who just want to date chicks. Some things are just for men. Their depression, their anger, their pain. I just want to go ahead and like talk about this a bit. Like, you know, what about like women that actually want all this stuff where, like, you know, it's like it's just super hardcore all the time. And, you know, raise your hand, and you know, whoever is watching, like, or whatever, like, cosmically, raise your hand if you think Black Myth Wukong is just like some fucking, like, this guy has like a fucking machine gun, and like he has like these fucking war paint, like, and shit like that. Like, no, it's a Chinese fairy tale, you know what I mean? Like, that's the funniest part about all this. This is like a Chinese mythology, so I'm gonna call it a fairy tale, because a fucking monkey that can turn into like anything, and he has a fucking staff that elongates and shit, and like, I don't know, like, he rides a cloud. Like, what do you call that? Like, isn't that what the Black Myth Wukong is based around? The Journey to the West or some shit like that?
Yes.
Yeah, and doesn't all that shit happen? I know this because of Dragon Ball, because that's also based off of A Journey to the West. And here's the last one. If I really like soft and effeminate things, I just need to make something different and wear stockings and suspenders to work every day. Work out at the gym at 4 p.m. without fail. Brew chrysanthemum tea every day. Put a humidifier on the table. This is what I call professionalism. Nothing about that shit was professional at all. And yeah, and let me just go ahead and get back to the gameplay here. So that's gone. So you guys see what exactly we're talking about, what we're dealing with here. It's, in my opinion, I think it's completely fine if you don't want to play this game, is what I'm getting at here. And I've been of the opinion before that, you know, when the Hogwarts Legacy thing was going out, I was just saying you're just going to have to let people be, because no matter what happens, it's such a successful franchise, it's such a beloved franchise, it's going to sell well no matter what, and people aren't going to have ill intentions for getting the game. Like, everybody who buys Hogwarts Legacy was transphobic, and not everybody was necessarily thinking about that. There's a lot of middle of the road people who don't even know that J.K. Rowling even thinks the way she does. I know somebody that I work with that didn't know that shit, you know. You know, it was fine not to play that game. I was just upset at people harassing people for playing the game because they thought that there were ill intentions. And I've been over this. I've told people, like, hey, there was a YouTuber I watched. He was going to donate thousands of dollars, like, I think every hour for, like, he played that game. He thought the game was mid, but he thought it'd be a great way to, like, reverse, like, whatever harm the trans community may have thought it was doing to them by donating to, like, trans causes, not trans causes, like trans foundations that were helping trans people. And he stopped playing because, like, the harassment got so bad, or like the backlash got so bad. And, you know, I can't exactly, like, you know, blame him for that. But for Black Myth Wukong, I don't want people to get harassed for playing it the same way. It's just like, you just gonna have to let this be. If the protest is good enough, like, this game, this developer studio will be, like, stamped out of existence relatively quickly, because, I mean, you know, it's a smaller studio, it's a Chinese studio. We hardly ever get games from them as is right now. You know what I mean? So, like, really, if you do nothing, I think it'll just fall into place. I don't think the game looked like it was super amazing anyway. So,
yeah, I don't know how good it was. My thing about it is, you know, again, like you said, we don't hardly get games from them anyway. So I don't give a fuck if that studio goes bankrupt. If I'm being honest, it should.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying earlier about, you know, people not caring or whatever, the same exact thing, again, with it being a Chinese developer, the same thing has happened with MiHoYo. Oh, it's a Chinese developer, they have their own blah, 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 you know, set of beliefs, this and that and this and that. Okay, number one, you're not Chinese. This whole thing where Asia is some magical wonderland of whatever the fuck you want it to be, that ain't what it is. All right. Number two, if it was, half the white people who are, you know, in that line of thinking, you're not going to be welcome there. You're not fucking Asian. That's sorry, I'm not, but sorry.
I'm not.
But you know, I don't understand, and I'm not like on Chinese Reddit or 4chan or whatever it is these fucking weirdos are, you know, complaining on, or anti-complaining. I don't know what to call it, because they're all anti-boycott and fucking whatever. But I'm gonna say, you know, I've seen way more Westerners, you know, being like, hey, this is okay, than I have Asians for either franchise or company. You know, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's 2024, and most normal people know that shit is fucked up.
Yeah. Which, you know, that's become, like, a lot of the, like, the rhetoric, which I actually quite enjoy, is, like, we're kind of, like, really telling people, like, you guys are fucking weird now, which, you know, I've been telling them this entire time, like, hey, man, like, these motherfuckers are strange. The things that they command of people, like, and how they, like, look at people is very fucking strange. You know what I mean? The way they look at things isn't cool, and, like, they shouldn't be, they shouldn't have any more airtime than they get already. Like, my buddy Hans was talking about the critical drinker. I should watch his podcast, and it's like, why is this spreading? Like, why is this, like, part of me wanted to be like, I just said, like, I don't want to listen to that clown, because, like, I recently found out about him, but, like, I don't want nothing, like, more to do with this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, I found out,
and nobody, again, you know, like, nobody normal should.
Yeah. Like, what would I need to know about this clown for, you know? I don't think that he's particularly funny on any count whatsoever. And he's just, like, just parroting a lot of shit that, like, isn't really interesting at all. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he was talking about Cowboy Bebop. You know, I know that's, like, a sore subject for you. He was talking about the animation and how good One Piece is in comparison to it, even though One Piece is, like, you know, the values he was. What's up?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, it's not even like in the same conversation outside of both of them being, anime or whatever inspired by their anime. That's I don't whatever. Continue.
Oh, well,
it's weird.
no, yeah, for sure. I was just saying, because he was talking about how, like, Cowboy Bebop was like horribly feminist and like One Piece wasn't, and it's like, well, Nami was like whooping some ass in the game, and not to mention, Kuina, is that her name, Kuina, that Zoro's friend or something, was beating Zoro. He tried to make the case that she knew that she could only beat him now because he's like smaller and like he'll get stronger than her, but or something along those lines. But that's not like actually how it goes in anime. Like it's something else. Like she says that she can't be a swordsman because she doesn't believe that she can. Because of her father and like other like heteronormative shit that was going on at the time. And people that can't understand concepts like that are actually the fucking worst because you can't explain things to them. They only like what they see. If it confirms what they believe in, that's good enough for them, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't get down with content creators like that, and to just promote Black Myth Wukong. It's just kind of nasty. It's more than kind of nasty. It's just nasty. Like, yeah, people don't want to play the game because, like, it's actually... Now, the devs, I can at least make the argument, oh, well, for the devs, like, the devs didn't make the game... They didn't make the game exactly with J.K. Rowling in mind or something along those lines. Like, they wanted her work in mind because it's the world of Harry Potter. However, these developers, they're just like, yeah, we're sexist. 100%. yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like they don't give a fuck. They're just sexist, and that's just how they're gonna be.
Right.
Like it's just nasty work. I'm sorry, I've been talking a while. Did you want to say something?
No, you're good. I've pretty much said, like I said, it's the same thing as going on with MiHoYo. People are just anti-boycott or whatever because for whatever reason they're fucking idiots. Like that's layman's terms or however make a long story short. But
yeah,
that's this new anti. It's not new, but this anti-boycott culture or anti-woke or whatever they're calling themselves.
The
Trump supporters.
The weirdo brigade. Yeah, like it's
like I've been saying from the beginning. You gotta bully them.
Yeah.
Verbally, and I mean, not that I can condone it legally, physically, but if I could.
Yeah, man. Like, you just gotta tell these people how it is. If it hurts their feelings, then they're not really the tough people that they thought that they were. So,
At all.
Yeah.
Same people. Oh, you're a snowflake. Okay, well, you're a snowflake. Oh, no. Oh.
Like, you just made fun of me? I hate that shit.
You like is
Man, it's like their brain resets. It's like you hit that spot. You know what I mean? It's like you get that fucking pen. You get like a little needle and you fucking touch that hard to hit reset button. You're like, oh. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's just really crazy. And sorry to I know you said all you wanted to say about the Black Myth Wukong thing, but it's like I just felt like I really needed to bring it up and get my thoughts out there too, because it's out, and I wasn't planning on making a video of it, but everybody keeps asking me if I'm playing the game, and it's there's nothing about this game. And I told Hans this last time, I thought Stellar Blade presentation wise was a more interesting game than Black Myth Wukong. He didn't pick that up at all, and it's it feels like more evidence of how some gamers are shifting right, and some people in general, because he's been shifting right. It's he's my friend still, but it's bro, this motherfucker out here trying to tell me it started with Forspoken. I noticed with Forspoken, what he was saying.
It got heavier with Forspoken. I'll say that.
What's up?
I said I think it started getting heavier with Forspoken because I think it's been I think it's been since before Forspoken. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
If I think of, and if I could probably pinpoint like when I remember it starting, but I think it got heavier. It did get heavier with Forspoken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Forspoken, like, it's like people just it's like they fucking like put it's like they gave it like a fucking like the green light. It gave people the green light to be more racist or something for whatever reason. Like, no, like, yeah. You can have your opinion on Forspoken. I still think that it's a decent game. I wish that they added like something like a new game plus. That would have been sick. I would have rather have had that than the DLC, but people just really like to revel in that game's like whatever happened to it.
Right.
Hans is one of them. I told him this much, like, he was just telling me last night about like all the gamers that are playing Black Myth Wukong, Osmongold, stupid ass, that nigga's like very stupid. Like, like Osmongold's playing it, Critical Drinker's playing it. I was like, listen, man, can you just like stop being a follower? Like, ever since Anthem. Yeah. Ever since Anthem, like, you've yet to tell me, like, an honest thought about, like, what you thought about a fucking game. You've been, like, well, this guy said this guy said that. Like, what do you think about it? Like, and more often than not, you'd be like, well, I think this part is cool, It's like, well, what the fuck are you listening to this clown for? He actually told me about a part that I forgot, because we all played together at one point. And I forgot about this shit. You probably don't remember either. But we played together, and I think we were like trying to like do something. Like, we were in Fort Tarsus, and we were trying to tell him to like go grab a mission or something. And he's like, "I am at Fort Tarsus," and like he was on the outside doing free play. And we had to, and we flew up to him outside, and we got him. Oh man! But he got that game way too late because of just because of the shit people talked about the game. Like, and that game wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
I still love Anthem. I'll still play it.
Yeah. I mean, same here. I'll never understand that mindset of just like not just not using like your own just judgment. Like, you don't know how you like shit. Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah, that shit started with review scores. I can tell you that much about that. Because I remember like staying in Ohio, and like I got the OG, or I knew I was getting the OG Xbox console. And when I found out, I started buying like the magazines and stuff, and they had review scores in them, but it was like it wasn't like a numbered score. It was like good and very good, shit like that. And then they had the article explaining the review, but they started numbering shit, and that's definitely, I can tell you, that's when everybody was like, "Oh, a 3, huh? A 3 out of 5? That's mid. That's trash. Can't play it. Nope, can't do it."
Some of the review scores are like just like the worst, and like just most disingenuous things. And then we talked about that before. Like Near Gestalt was one of them that kind of got like fucked. During like the mid 2000s era.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Asian games.
Well, they've gone back and played it now, and they love both the games, Gestalt and Automata. They had a mobile game. Everybody loved it. Everybody loves Yoko Taro now, just in general. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck it came from, but yeah.
You don't know where the fuck what? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying people love Yoko Taro and his work in general, because like he's even got like a like a card battler or some shit out. I mean, it doesn't look good to me, but I'm sure the story is great. Just going off of Yoko Taro, but yeah. I mean, like I said, people are going back now and playing those games and like, oh, this is actually good, and that's cool. You're late, but good job, I guess.
Well, you know me, I hate Nier, but you know it's fine. I'm glad that people are like discovering their own personal truths. I guess.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's like you said, you can have your own opinion about it. Just make sure it's your own opinion about it.
Yeah.
No fucking 3 out of 5. Nope, can't do it.
Yeah. That shit is like, ugh.
It's not even like a failing score. 3. That's great.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
What? 3 out of 5?
Out of 5, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I mean, okay, great might have been pushing it, but I mean, like, that's not bad by any means.
Let me see, real quick. 3 divided by 5. That's 60%. That's a D. I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, I don't know. It's 60% of like the overall score. But man, yeah. Make your own goddamn decision. Stop. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that guy. He's crazy.
Unga bunga, 2 hammers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a hammer brother. I only care about winning. I don't care about like actually having fun or like making a cool play style or nothing. I just want to have. I don't know. I'll never understand that mindset. I can't play with 2 hammers. That shit looks so stupid and unfun to me. Jumping up and down, and then like just doing the power stance button. I don't know. But I don't know. Was there anything else, man?
No, not really. I still haven't watched anything Gamescom, and I don't think I will, if I'm being honest.
I seen like some gameplay. Shadow X Sonic Generations was pretty good, but like that's about it. Like I don't really want to. I don't know. I don't want to look at anything either.
Yeah, I nothing. PlayStation, they said they don't have anything big dropping until like next year, I think, or the year after. So that's cool. That's all the information I need out of you guys until next year or whatever.
Yeah, which is pretty soon.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get. I'm greedy. I hope we get some Final Fantasy VII like information or something.
They dropped a few tidbits, but I don't think we're getting nothing big until sometime this time next year.
Man, I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
Like you say, I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're adding the high wind. They're adding travel with the high wind. I don't know what that's going to be like, but they said they don't want to take anything away from it. I think were their exact words. So, oof. Traveling all over the world in the high wind, like we did in the OG, that just seems like a quest. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm hoping for the submarine parts. I'm hoping for everything in the OG to be in the remake. That's all I can say about that. I don't think we'll get it all. If we do, holy shit! But
well, they said that this game is supposed to encompass all of Final Fantasy VII, and I don't see that happening. Like I don't see Dirge of Cerberus getting covered. I don't see Crisis Core.
It's the mobile game that's encompassing everything, not the remake.
No, Rebirth they said it was supposed to be like the remake series itself was supposed to be like the ultimate version of Final Fantasy, having everything to do with all the Final Fantasies. I'm pretty certain they said that, unless you could find somewhere different. I don't know.
I thought they said that right about the mobile game, and I mean, that's what they've been doing. Like they've got the backstory for the villain that got revealed in Part 2. They've got some Sephiroth backstory from like his younger soldier days. They've gone through Zack's story, and I don't know how much they covered with
They turned them into Swiss
the actual
cheese.
Final 7 story.
They turn them into
I
Swiss
know
cheese. You need to mention
what?
that. I said they turn them into Swiss cheese. You gotta mention that part.
Yeah, yep. I think they just introduced Vincent. I don't know if that's like the main 7 story or if it's Dirge Vincent. So
When's this like coming to PC or something? Because I'm not getting on mobile to play this shit.
yeah, I think it's already on PC.
In America?
I think so. Check Steam. I think so.
I don't think it is. Because I haven't heard.
I played it on mobile for a while, but I had like another 5 or 6 mobile games I was playing at the time, and I couldn't keep up with all of them.
Yeah, it's really tough, huh? Alright. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this episode or whatever. You know, thanks for conversing with me, man. And if you guys like the content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Read all of what that dude said if you want. Like, if you feel like I'm being disingenuous, but the motherfucker was really fucking nasty. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and again, I've been trying to tell people since that shit got revealed, and like I said, I'm over it, y'all. As soon as I read Steam had like 2 million players, that was the first thing I tweeted. Like, y'all failed the test.
Oh man.